What's up, divas? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday, February 5th. I wanted to come on and do a life update video. I know I haven't been on in a couple of days, probably a week, maybe close to 2, I'm not really sure. But I did want to talk about all the things that was going on with me since I did not, well, some things I videotaped and other things I didn't. Then I just decided I wasn't gonna videotape. So I'm gonna talk to you about a number of different things that's happening. But before I get started, those of you who are new, I am Simply Carrie. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy. If you do, I would love to have you as part of the Diva Nation. Just click that subscribe button and you will be part of my Diva Nation. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that have been going on with me. Let's get into this. I am planning to have a breast reconstruction surgery coming up on Monday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. So yeah, that's what I'll be spending my Valentine's Day doing. Let me explain to you why I'm even having this surgery to begin with. Back in 2015, I was diagnosed with DCIS, which is some form of breast cancer. I'm not gonna really get too deep into it, but I had a double mastectomy. And after the double mastectomy, I had implants put in. After that first set of implants that were put in, I had a revision surgery sometime after that. And now this is the second revision surgery that I'm going to have to correct some things that I don't like about my breast, or about the implants rather. The doctor had me to go and get my blood work drawn, and I had to have an EKG to check my heart and make sure everything was good for that. And I met with a nurse to have a medical clearance just to make sure that everything was good as far as them administering anesthesia and all that kind of stuff. And then afterwards, I met with my doctor. The meeting with my doctor was, I don't know, I almost feel like it was a little rushed. I didn't go in there with a bunch of questions because for some reason I was thinking that he was going to kind of lead the way as opposed to just saying, do you have any questions? And I also thought that he was going to bring me into a room and look at everything again, which he had already looked at what I wanted done. They had already taken pictures. So we met in a room. He posted the pictures and told me what he was planning to do. And did I have any other questions for him? Which I kind of was like, oh, don't have any questions. But then the questions kind of started coming. I think I'm probably going to have more as we get closer to the procedure and probably even after, but I would imagine I can just call them about it. So let me just explain some of the things that we're going to do during that. And I'm going to vlog this whole thing as much as I possibly can, at least. He's going to completely change out the implants that I have right now, and he's going to fill out, and let me show you this area, the areola, I guess. He's going to fill that out a little bit more. And if you notice, it seems a little uneven, so he's supposed to make this more symmetrical in shape. Now, whether he's going to make me a little bit bigger, I did say I wasn't really too interested in going bigger, and I'm supposed to be a D, but I don't feel like this is actually a D. Even though they put about 600, I think it was one had 600 cc's and another one had like 650 cc's in it. Yeah, one does look a little bit bigger than the other. Yeah, in this thing. So all of that is supposed to be filled out, evened up, and hopefully I will not be upset with the results. He says that my implants are behind my muscles, which I'm questioning. I mean, it doesn't feel like they're behind a muscle. I would think it would be smoother if it were behind a muscle. But he says that the denting area up here, he's probably not going to be able to fix any of that. So when I squeeze, you know, like flex my muscles kind of, you know, there's this puckering that goes on up here. He says there isn't too much he can do with that. So long as he can get the other things together, I mean, I guess I won't be bending over and puckering, you know, flexing or anything. So I'm hoping that everything goes well. I'm going to give him a pass considering I think that he had just come from surgery when he came in to talk to me. So he probably was amped up from all of that. So I'm gonna let that go. So another thing that I was hoping would happen right before my surgery is that I would have lost some weight. I don't care if it was 10 pounds, 20 pounds, lose something. And I absolutely lost nothing. In fact, I gained weight. I gained an extra 10 pounds. I've tried to be active. I have not been as active as I would like to be because everything is pulling at my time. Everybody wants something, everybody needs something, everybody needs me to take them somewhere or be someplace, and a lot of this is requiring me to do a lot of driving and sitting in the car waiting. And then by the time I do get a little bit of free time to myself, I am so drained that I just don't have the energy to go and do much of anything. I tried and it's not happening. I'm sitting at work and I find myself drinking coffee. I found a new place to get coffee, so I haven't really been getting coffee too much from McDonald's and Dunkin' Donut. I've been going to 7-Eleven. They got this whole Winter Wonderland coffee, and it's already sweetened. So, you know, if they're sweetening it, it's even sweeter than what I would put in. I had gotten away from sugar and putting sugar in my coffee, but this coffee is so good. And it's so convenient. I try to kick one habit and I end up replacing that habit with another. I think that as I move forward, instead of me focusing so much on the goal of losing weight, which ultimately that is the goal, I think I'm going to focus more on my A1C. One of the things that kind of scared me was one of the doctors that I met with, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but the doctor pointed out my A1C. One of the nice things about getting my blood work drawn and having that one doctor that I go to is I can track everything. So I've been watching my A1C over the past few years, and I've noticed that it's just been creeping up each year. I have got to really control the sugar. My focus is going to be on watching my A1C and bringing that down. So that's going to be a goal of mine that I didn't necessarily have so much at the beginning of the year. Wasn't really thinking about it too much, I don't believe. It was more so just lose weight, lose weight. So exercising is one of the things that I'm going to have to really get into to drop the weight and to address the A1C problem. So let's go on to the next thing that's been happening in my life. My foot. My foot has been in major pain. Well, I wouldn't say major. I've been using heels. I've made sure that I'm not walking around in flats for the most part. So I met with an orthopedic surgeon and I had an MRI done on my foot, and it turns out, yes, it truly is a posterior tibial, what do they call it? A posterior tibial tendonitis. Okay, the same thing that the podiatrist diagnosed me with. What he explained I can do for it, since I did not respond to the cortisone steroid treatment. I had my foot in a boot for a couple of weeks and still no response to that. I was not going to do the physical therapy because physical therapy to me feels like going to the gym. So I just feel like I might as well go to the gym. Give me the exercises on paper and I'll go to the gym and I'll do it, or I'll do it at home, whichever. So basically with this surgery, he explained that he would have to remove my navicular accessory bone. And in the process of removing it, obviously he's going to have to cut the tendon, but he's going to have to reattach the tendon to the bone. So after he does that, I will have to wear a boot. I will be on a scooter because I cannot put any kind of pressure on it for anywhere from I think he said 6 to 8 weeks. That's a pretty long time to have to sit and recover. So he says that if the tendon does not reattach to the bone, then I'm going to have to go in for another surgery where they will use a cadaver tendon to try and reattach the tendon to the bone. That's not sounding alluring, pleasant. I mean, surgery itself is just not alluring, but how would I work out? How would I address this weight problem? You know, it just sounds like I kind of be sitting there for a good 6 to 8 weeks gaining weight and eating. So I'm really nervous about that. Plus, I would end up having to take time off from work, which I don't want to do. At first, I was thinking, okay, well, I'll do this during spring break, but spring break's in March, okay? And that's only 1 week. I can actually just wait until summertime and do it, but that'll give me some time to kind of work on my foot myself and see if I can do some things like cryotherapy. Oh no, wait a minute. I forgot to mention my orthotics. So I went and picked up my orthotics. I did have to tell you about these orthotics. So I picked up the orthotics. Give me a second. Let me go get these orthotics. Okay, I'm back. All right, so yeah, let me tell you about these orthotics. So it took me forever to get them. I ordered these things back in, was it November? October, November, somewhere around there. Here it is, February, and I'm just getting them. So they've been there. It's just I couldn't take time off, and they weren't gonna mail them. So I went and picked them up, and these are my orthotics. Okay, so you notice they're flappy here, they're kind of soft, and then this area is really hard. I spent $500 on these things. And if I try to put this in a shoe, it's really wide here on the side. It makes having them in the shoe a little difficult. Putting this and my foot in a shoe, it's just a little too much. I don't really see myself wearing these too much. And look, the arch is not that much. It's really not that much of an arch. Look at that. What is that? I tried it on yesterday, and you know, my foot still hurt, but it was one of those shoes that bends. So I don't know, maybe I still need more heel, but I don't know. I'm still in a dilemma, and I'm out of $500. So I'm gonna try my best to wear them, but I'll just stick with what I've been doing, which is, you know, wearing heels. But I'm definitely not gonna be able to cram this and my foot into my heels. You know how narrow heels can be sometimes? Heels, only my foot. Okay, I can bear, heels a lot of times are tight. So what am I supposed to be putting it? I just let this man, oh, I can't even get my words out right now. I just let this man talk me into spending $500. I don't even want my husband to hear this because, you know, he's gonna be like, I told you so. Okay, I'm gonna give him a shot though. Maybe I'll find like some boots but you know, I'm in South Florida. How do you really think I'm running around in boots? Okay, I look at people funny even when they pull their boots out. Okay, here yeah, we've had like a couple of days of chilly weather as far as I'm concerned. It has not been that cold. Okay, yeah, it hasn't been. I mean, sometimes yeah, you can break your boots out because you're desperate to wear your boots, but listen, okay, only I don't know if I'm gonna use this footage. So yeah, yeah, I'm not happy about this one. Okay. If you've had this surgery before, let me know in the comments how that worked out for you. You know, did you have a good result, or did you have a bad result? Because I'm really trying to figure out what direction do I go in. Do I just say no to it and just suffer with what I have? Because at least right now I can still walk, I can wear heels, and I can still kind of do something, versus if I go for the surgery, I may not be able to do that at all. So I'm really scared with that. So yeah, if you know anything about that, let me know. Give me your thoughts on it. The other thing that's been happening with me is my neck. I have a herniated disc, and I feel like that herniated disc is mashing on my nerve. It's in this area back here, and it is painful. It's so painful that it's hard to even go to sleep. So one of the doctors had prescribed meloxicam a while ago for whatever I went into the doctor complaining about. So I started taking the meloxicam once a day, and it really did help with the pain. I'm just about out, and I can't take any more meloxicam at this point. There are certain medications and herbs and vitamins that you cannot take maybe 10 days out from surgery. So it's a lot of stuff that I have to stop taking, like my vitamin D and you know, all those kinds of vitamins. I can't take them. Okay, I can't even take meloxicam at this point, but it doesn't matter because I'm out anyhow. I went to the walk-in clinic, and they prescribed Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxant, and I'm thinking, lady, it's not my muscle that's in pain, it's the bone. It's the bone and the nerve. But I guess the Flexeril also blocks the nerve pain or something. So maybe that's an okay drug to take. I have taken it, and right now I'm okay. So I think I'm gonna, you know, try to make sure like I take at least one, just to make sure that this pain does not come back, because once it comes back, moving my neck up, down, side to side is ridiculous. I even feel the burning sensation on my neck. It's miserable. So I tried to get an appointment with a neurosurgeon. When I saw a surgeon for my foot, he recommended somebody who deals with the spine, but he didn't give me the name of someone. So when they booked the appointment, they ended up booking me with a head specialist. I don't know anything about the field of neuro. I don't know anything about that field, okay? So I just don't understand, why can't we just specialize in just from shoulder up? Why do we have to have a head specialist, which is what I ended up with? She couldn't look at my neck. So I canceled that appointment, and I'm waiting now to meet with the person who's going to take care of this neck for me. There's a whole lot going on with me, but I am excited about Valentine's Day. Since I'm not going to really celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day, I'm going to do my Valentine's Day just a little bit earlier. You know, I got to find my little outfit and do my little decorations and have my little dinner for Valentine's Day, paint my nails. I'm going to do all of that stuff just before my surgery, and I will definitely vlog and let you guys see what's going on. Thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you do consider subscribing. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Okay, take care. Bye.